Hello guys, welcome back to Clinically Clear. Today let's cover a very important topic, that is ESI. So what is ESI full form? It is Employees State Insurance Act. So basically it is something to do with insurance provided by the state as in government. So to all the employees in an organization, not all the employees, there are certain criteria. Okay. Now ESI commission, basically it is in charge, the regulation, the rules, everything. Basically, who is the authoritarian, which is the authority in charge? That is ESIC, which comes under the Ministry of Labor. So the chairperson of the ESI Act is, the chairperson of the ESI Commission is the Union Minister of Labor, because it comes under the Ministry of Labor. It was started in the year 1948. Okay. Now, all organizations except defense, mines, railways, and central government, and there is certain other criteria. Let's say the organization has low voltage electricity consumption, no machines, no heavy machinery, no industrial machinery, nothing like that, like hotels, general offices and stuff, and a minimum of 20 employees, then it is mandatory to have ESI insurance. Or if there is high voltage consumption in factories and industries and a minimum of 10 employees, then mandatory to be under ESI insurance. So this is the criteria, organizational criteria. Then the beneficiaries who receive the benefits of the ESI insurance, that also has criteria. The owner of the organization does not need. The owner is pretty rich, right? It's for only employees who have a monthly salary below 21,000. So monthly salary below 21,000 employees. If they are physically handicapped, then below 25,000 rupees. And the dependents related to the employee, like the spouse, the children below 18 years, could be legitimate children, adopted children, whatever it is. Then if parents are the 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 parents
parents